Welcome to English Practice Everyday. In this video, we will learn the meanings of these 5 phrasal verbs and practice them with simple sentences. After practice, we will read aloud a short story using these phrasal verbs to understand them better in context. Let's start. Please speak out loud with me as we practice. 1. Lap up. Lap up means to enjoy or accept something eagerly, especially praise, attention, or affection. Lap up means to enjoy or accept something eagerly, especially praise, attention, or affection. Kids lap up stories about superheroes. Kids lap up stories about superheroes. Fans lapped up the singer's performance. Fans lapped up the singer's performance. Eve lapped up all the attention at the party. Eve lapped up all the attention at the party. Tourists lap up the local culture when they visit. Tourists lap up the local culture when they visit. Tom lapped up every word of praise from his coach. Tom lapped up every word of praise from his coach. Lap up also means to take up a liquid with the tongue. Lap up also means to take up a liquid with the tongue. The puppy lapped up the milk quickly. The puppy lapped up the milk quickly. The stray cat lapped up the cream I left out for it. The stray cat lapped up the cream I left out for it. The kitten eagerly lapped up the milk from its bowl. The kitten eagerly lapped up the milk from its bowl. After the long hike, the dog lapped up the water from the stream. After the long hike, the dog lapped up the water from the stream. The cow slowly lapped up the salt water mixture the farmer provided. The cow slowly lapped up the salt water mixture the farmer provided. 2. Pan out. Pan out means to develop a result, usually positive, often used when discussing plans or efforts. Pan out means to develop a result, usually positive, often used when discussing plans or efforts. Let's see how the new project pans out. Let's see how the new project pans out. Things didn't pan out the way I expected. Things didn't pan out the way I expected. I hope this job opportunity pans out for you. I hope this job opportunity pans out for you. Kim's investment really panned out in the end. Kim's investment really panned out in the end. If things pan out well, we'll expand the business. If things pan out well, we'll expand the business. 3. Occur to. Occur to means to suddenly come into someone's mind. Occur to means to suddenly come into someone's mind. It didn't occur to me to call her. It didn't occur to me to call her. Did it occur to you to call the doctor? Did it occur to you to call the doctor? The idea just occurred to him while driving. The idea just occurred to him while driving. It suddenly occurred to me that I left the oven on. It suddenly occurred to me that I left the oven on. Has it ever occurred to you that you might be wrong? Has it ever occurred to you that you might be wrong? 4. Nail down. Nail down means to finalize or understand something clearly, like a plan, agreement, or detail. Nail down means to finalize or understand something clearly, like a plan, agreement, or detail. I finally nailed down the details of my trip. I finally nailed down the details of my trip. Let's nail down the budget before we start. Let's nail down the budget before we start. We need to nail down the date for the event. We need to nail down the date for the event. They nailed down the contract after weeks of talks. They nailed down the contract after weeks of talks. John needs to nail down the details before traveling. John needs to nail down the details before traveling. 5. Make away. Make away means to steal and escape or leave quickly, especially after doing something wrong. Make away means to steal and escape or leave quickly, especially after doing something wrong. The thieves made away in a stolen car. The thieves made away in a stolen car. Hackers made away with sensitive data. Hackers made away with sensitive data. A fox made away with one of the chickens. A fox made away with one of the chickens. Someone made away while we were distracted. Someone made away while we were distracted. They made away with the money during the chaos. They made away with the money during the chaos. That's the end of our practice. Let's now read aloud a short story using all these phrasal verbs in their proper context. Story title: The Festival Mystery. Leela loved festivals. The bright lights, loud music, and delicious food made her happy. Everyone in her small town lapped up the yearly summer festival. This year, Leela wanted to help plan it. She hoped her ideas would pan out. Leela met with the festival committee. "We need a big event," she said. "Something new." The idea of a treasure hunt occurred to her. "Let's hide clues around town. People will love it." The committee lapped up her idea eagerly. They decided to nail down the details that evening. The treasure hunt would have a grand prize, a golden trophy. Leela worked hard to plan the clues. She wanted everything to pan out perfectly. She hid the first clue near the town fountain. It was a note that said, "Look where the water flows." A puppy nearby lapped up water from the fountain. Leela smiled. "Cute dog," she thought. The next day, the festival began. Families lapped up the fun. Children ran around, chasing balloons. Adults danced to music. Leela watched everyone enjoy the event. She felt proud. But then, something strange happened. The golden trophy was gone. Someone had made away with it during the opening ceremony. Leela was shocked. Who would steal the prize? She wondered. It didn't occur to her that someone from the committee might be involved. She decided to investigate. She needed to nail down the thief before the treasure hunt ended. Leela checked the festival grounds. She saw footprints near the stage. They led to the woods. Maybe the thief made away through here, she thought. She followed the trail. In the woods, she found a bag with festival decorations. "This doesn't add up," she said. "The decorations were heavy. Why would a thief carry them?" Then it occurred to her maybe the thief hid the trophy in the bag. She searched it and found the golden trophy inside. "I nailed it," Leela cheered. But who was the thief? She looked for more clues. Near the bag, she saw a name tag. It belonged to Tom, a new committee member. Leela confronted Tom. "Why did you take the trophy?" she asked. Tom looked nervous. "I didn't mean to keep it," he said. "I wanted people to notice me. I thought hiding the trophy would make the hunt exciting. Leela frowned. Tom lapped up attention, but stealing was wrong. Leela took Tom to the committee. They were upset. You made away with the prize, one member said. Tom apologized. I just wanted the festival to be memorable, he said. The committee decided to give him a chance. They let him help with the treasure hunt to make up for his mistake. The hunt went on. People lapped up the excitement, following clues around town. In the end, a young girl found the trophy. The crowd cheered. Leela felt relieved. Everything had panned out after all. She learned that planning a festival was hard, but solving a mystery was even harder. From that day, Leela was more careful. She nailed down every detail for the next festival. No one made away with anything again. The town lapped up the fun, and Leela's treasure hunt became a tradition. End of story. That's the end of our phrasal verb session. I urge you to keep practicing them in your daily speech to reinforce your understanding. Bye for now.